I need your lids on your marker because I need your listening. Okay? All right, today we are going to be representing addition and subtraction of fractions. And we're going to be asking ourselves if our answer is reasonable or not. And we talked about reasonableness earlier. What does it mean if something is reasonable, Nolan?
It means that it might be wrong, but it's close to the right answer.
Okay, it doesn't have to be exact, but it's close to the right answer.
Like rounding?
Kind of, but I think another way that I like to say something is reasonable is does it make sense? Okay, if it makes sense.
355.
Right, it wouldn't make sense. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys a couple of options. We're going to read this problem. We're going to talk about it. If you want to use our models to help you solve it, you can. You don't have to. If you just want to write an equation and solve it, you can. Okay? So let's read real quick. Again, keep your lid on your marker because we're not ready just yet. Okay? It says, during football practice, Juan ran 3/4 of a mile on Monday and 6/4 of a mile on Wednesday. How many miles did Juan run on these 2 days? Tell me something that you already noticed about this problem, Emma. There's 2 holes. Okay, tell me more.
Because if 3/4 equals 9/4, and there's already 2.
Okay, so did y'all hear what she said? She said a reasonable answer. She's already thinking about that reasonableness would be more than 2. Okay. What do you guys think about that? Okay. Well, you actually jumped way ahead what I was thinking, but that's great. So, real quick, how did you solve that? Like, what operation did you use? Just addition. How did you know you were adding?
Because it says how many miles did he run on these 2 days.
You're combining those 2 fractions, right? All right, go ahead and write an equation to solve that for me. And let's see if her answer, what she got, was reasonable. Well, you can use the model. Remember, I told you you can use the model if you wanted. You can use the model if you want.
I got it. My eraser.
I know, the erasers are falling apart. All right, so there's 3/4. And then you need 6 more. 1, 2, 3. Yes? Okay, while she's finishing that model, let's talk about it. So we did 3/4 plus 6/4. When we add 3/4 plus 6/4, what did you guys get? 9/4. What kind of fraction is this? Improper. When we have an improper fraction, we know that means it's more than the whole. Yeah, our numerator is greater than our denominator, which means it's more than a whole. In this case, 9/4. How many fourths does it take to make a whole?
4.
4/4 make a whole. So I have 4/4. Do I have more than 4/4?
Yep.
So, right. So 2 wholes would be how many fourths?
8.
8/4. That's right. So 9/4. We could switch to a mixed number. And Sadie, what would your mixed number be? How many holes do you have? Holes, and that's right. It made 2 holes and 1/4. So let's go back to what she said. Her reasonable answer was it would be greater than 2. He ran more than 2 miles. Was she right? Was her answer? Yes. So is this answer reasonable? Yes. Good job, Emma. Okay. We're going to do one more, and I'm going to let you guys go. Okay? So, you can work on your Imagine Math. Okay, so let's look at this one. And I don't want you to write. So put your lid on the marker because I know you're going to want to solve it super fast, but I want to discuss it a little bit, okay? Scotty, lid on your marker. All right, Macy goes to dance class every week for an hour. During dance class, she spends 3/6 of the practicing ballet and 2/6 of the time practicing jazz. The rest of the time she spends exercising. What part of an hour does Macy spend exercising? All right, hold on. I want to pick somebody else. Something that you notice. Scotty, what's something that you notice?
It says 3 6 and 2 6. So,
Okay.
And then it says the rest is spent exercising. So, and it's an hour, so it's a whole 6 6. So you do 3 6 plus 2 6. That would be 5 6. And you subtract that from the whole.
How is that different from the problem we just did? This one's addition, and what is this one? Well, and we could use some addition too, but we're subtracting it from the whole. Okay, go ahead and write an equation, and you can use the tiles if you want to. We're going to talk about reasonableness all in just a minute. So hang tight. You got 3 6. What do you notice about this 3 6? It's a half. Uh-oh. You're okay. So this is her exercise time? So, Sadie, how much time is she going to spend exercising? 1 6. 1 6. Who can tell me the equation they wrote to solve? Did everybody get 1 6, by the way? I thought I saw everybody had 1 6. Connor, what was your equation that you wrote?
I did 3 6 plus 2 6.
Okay, so you added up the parts. 3 6 plus 2 6, so you got what?
5 6.
So this is what she has already spent in her dance time, okay? Then what did you do?
I did 6 6 plus 5 6.
Why did you do 6 6? What does 6 6 represent?
The whole amount of time she spent.
The whole amount of time she spent at dance class. So 6 6 minus 5 6, and you got 1 6. So let's talk about if our answer is reasonable. Let's look at Sadie's model. Okay, so we said this right here is her ballet time. What is 3 6 close to? 1/2. So it is a half actually. It's a half. What about? Let's look at a different. I want to show this to you. What is this close to? Not 2/3.
It's 1/3.
Yeah, it's close to 1/3.
It is 1/3.
So it is 1/3. You're right. So 1/3 and a half. If we have 1/3 and a half, is it reasonable to think that we would have a little bit less than a whole? Yes, right? Because 1/3 is a little bit less than a half, right? And I still need one more part to make the whole. So 5 6 is very reasonable. It's less than a whole. I'm sorry, 1 6. 1 6 is a reasonable answer because 1 6 and 5 6 together make the whole hour. Guys, y'all did great. All right, you may erase and you may go. See, not super long, right, Sadie?
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
We're on the last one.